What up, YouTube? Welcome to another uncut video from myself, and we're basically going to be talking about the conversation about women choosing a drug dealer between a drug dealer, scammer, or a 9 to 5 guy. And my question to you is, who do you think is more beneficial? Who do you think benefits the community more? And in my opinion, the 9 to 5 guy will always benefit the community more than the scammer or the drug dealer. And the only way the scammer or the drug dealer can actually benefit the community is if they protect the guys who are working at 9 to 5. All right. But when you look at a 9 to 5 guy, even though he may not be making a whole lot of money, he does pay taxes. And when he pays taxes, those taxes go into the government. Those government funds actually go in to help people who need help. And that includes any single mothers, women, infant and children, which is WIC. It could be food stamps. It could be as much as the Section 8 program. But your 9 to 5 guys, whether they're blue collar or white collar, are actually doing a lot to benefit the community, whereas the drug dealer, the scam artist, is not. All right? They don't pay any taxes that I know of. All right? All their money is going to be under the table. Now, that may benefit you in the long run or in the short run, but it's not going to benefit you in the long run, because if they stop doing what they do, your money gets cut off. But the 9 to 5 guy, his money's still going to be going to you and to your family and help you out. Also, the drug dealer scammer, unless they're doing dirt outside of their place, but even if they do, it's always going to be hurting somebody. It's always taking money from somebody else, especially with the scammer. The scammer takes money from people who actually work for money. All right, which is, on one side of it, it's cool to be able to talk somebody out of something, which is gain. But on the other side, the person you're talking out of something, you don't know who they're taking care of. That person could be taking care of it could be a woman taking care of her kids. It could be a man taking care of his wife and kids. It could be a business owner who's actually employing 8 to 10 to 20 to 30 different families. But since you as a scammer has went up there and basically stolen their money or stolen a paycheck that they actually needed to buy more product or whatever to continue to employ the people, then now that person has just basically destroyed a business. And not only did they destroy a business, they just destroyed the lives of 18, 20, 30, or however many people that business actually employed. On the drug dealer side, the drug dealer, he might be doing good, and the people he employs, under the table. But of course, again, he's not paying taxes. So the taxes that would come out of his pocket are not there. And so he is only able to affect a small population of people. All right. But in the same token, the drugs that he sells, what is that doing? How does that affect the community? It potentially brings more police in there, which could bring, unintended life being taken away because they think they're somebody else. You have a situation where he's creating drug addicts, and these drug addicts could be husbands taking care of their families, but now since they're hooked on drugs, they no longer take care of their families, which affects the wife or the woman, also the kids, because now they're not even having any funding coming in because their husband's hooked on drugs. And oh yeah, by the way, since he's not paying taxes anymore, that's less money going into the tax system because he was a 9 to 5 guy. Because he's worried or destroyed or whatever, for whatever reason, he stopped working and started doing drugs, whether it be his, lady wasn't faithful to him or whatever, or, he had a dude in the past do something crazy and he said something and now he's stressed Or he could have lost his job, and his wife, because he lost his job, just talked down to him. So now he don't even have a reason to work because he's always getting put down. So, not to mention, the 9 to 5 guy, he can actually increase, and his funds are going to be stable. They're going to be continuous. They're going to be for years, And as long as he's working, as long as nothing knocks him off of his horse, so to speak. And that includes anything from himself, any self-doubt he has, any situations outside where the job just disappears for whatever reason. Let's just say a scammer took advantage of that, his place of employment, and now he can't work anymore, so he can't even support his family. And not to mention that employer can't even pay taxes in the local area. So that's more taxes that the 9 to 5 guys, are paying that just disappeared because of the drug dealer or the scammer. All right. Now, in another phase of this, you have the drug dealer and the scammer. Let's just say they go to prison. Who pays for the prison? The 9 to 5 guy. The 9 to 5 guy is paying for him being in prison. Okay, and not to mention him being in prison, he's getting paid, the scammer and the drug dealer. It's just, he's taking more and more out of the community. He's not putting anything in the community. Not to mention anybody he was giving money to, they're no longer getting money. And they're also not putting anything back into the community. So now we have a bunch of guys who are not putting into the community, which affects the whole community, not just the black community, but it affects everybody. And so it goes back to the question, who really benefits the community more? Is it the 9 to 5 guy, the drug dealer, or the scammer? Now, if you still want the drug dealer and the scammer, that's up to you. But if you want the community to be better, stronger, and actually be able to provide something to support you, then the 9 to 5 guy, protecting him, making sure he's doing his job, making sure he's happy, that is the way to go. Otherwise, the drug dealer and the scammer, that's only a limited time offer, and eventually it's going to run out, one way or another. Take care.